Hi everyone, me and Dan are in the conference room. Some of you have visited here. Remember, it's where we keep all of the masters of the collectibles that we've made. And Dan thought it'd be nice if him and I just had a chat about our favourite collectibles. Now that's a tricky one because, as Dan's just put it,
how do you choose your favourite children, right?
Yeah, exactly, and we don't want to upset anyone. So we thought maybe we'd talk about certain collectibles that have had special meaning or unique situations, etc.
Have a cool story to tell or something, right?
So come along here. The first one that I thought was worth noting, Toriel I'm looking for.
There she is. This was Yasmin Kadari sculpted this one.
So the reason that I love this collectible, obviously it's of Toriel, it's a beautiful likeness, it's an incredible pose, but it was the way that Yasmin went about sculpting it. The decision to actually use a model, a life model. We used a person called Tan's Jury, who is a extraordinary performer that we've used many, many times. And you can really appreciate how Yasmin has utilized Tan's physical capabilities to get this incredible pose. You imagine just posing like that even for 30 seconds, never mind for hours on end, trying to capture the essence of that figure. And I thought that this piece really achieved something very special and almost transcended a collectible sculpting process and utilized the life model to do something very, very special.
Yep.
It's lovely, eh?
Oh, it's awesome. I love the twist in the hair, the twist in the fabric in that as well, and the directionality that the whole piece has, you know? And then you've got this wonderful space underneath.
Yeah, the negative space under the branch.
It just gives her that lightness that, you know, an elf should have.
Yeah, the nimble quality that she would have in the forest. But I also love how intensely she's looking down the arrow. We always trying to get the sculptors to make sure that the eye line and the arrow tip converge at the point of connection somewhere in the distance. And you can see very clearly that Yasmin has actually got that quite beautifully.
Yeah, she nailed it.
Very cool. Now here's another piece that we're super proud of, because technically this was immensely challenging. Something I had asked our guys to do was think how Lois Lane is held in the hands of Superman, who is then held up by his cloak, mounted off the Daily Planet sign. And maybe that's not so outrageous today, seeing some of the collectibles that come out. But boy, when we did this one, it was hugely challenging.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
It's great.
It was only possible because the person that we manufactured with, Fred Tang, said that he wanted us to challenge his company to see how we could do something such as this. Of course, it's so easy to do as a one-off. Well, it's actually not that easy, but as a one-off, it's a lot easier. But trying to do a few hundred pieces that have this level of challenge technically, but then also artistically, it's just really beautiful. We've managed to get the sense that Lois is lifting and is weightless, and both of them are in this balletic pose. Can you remember who did this one,
Yes,
Dan?
we had quite a few sculptors working on this one. This was Ben Hawker, Gary Hunt, Greg Tozer, Sean Bolton and David Tremont all working together on it.
I remember that when we did the Superman pieces, it's the first time that we really came up against a pattern in the fabric that was constantly replicated, unlike, say, the Lord of the Rings collectibles, which had more of a texture in the pattern of the fabric, so we could sort of cheat it a little bit. Superman had this consistent pattern through his clothing, which proved to be very, very difficult for us at the time.
Well, there wasn't a digital sculpting pipeline for this stuff back then, was it? It was all physical.
This is all physical. So anyway, we're very proud of that piece at a technical level.
Awesome. Christian Pierce designed it, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Now going really deep back into the archives, this set of sculptures that we did for a project many, many years ago. It was called
Hellgate London.
Hellgate
was a video
London,
game.
that's right. And this came about because we had met the gentleman that was managing the whole project a few years earlier, and he contacted us and asked us if we wanted to do the collectibles for this game. And I was really proud of the different pieces that we did. I thought this one specifically was really beautiful, the idea of this sniper up on top of this tower of a cathedral. Even her weight had bent back the cross. This was sculpted from life. We got a life model in to get the anatomy right, get the action and the attitude right, which was, I thought, really successful. But I think this one is worthy of note, eh, Dan?
Yeah, I love this one. It's a real power piece.
Who was the character in it?
So this is the Male Templar. And this one was sculpted by Eden Small and Bill Hunt and Gary Hunt.
Okay, cool. So what I specifically wanted out of this collectible, and this was sort of very early up where we were trying to get the sense that things were interacting in real time. Should we capture this moment less than a second later, this zombie's upper body would have toppled to the ground. But the idea that the Templar's sword has followed through this cut so cleanly that the zombie's just about to topple over. His intestines have been pulled out by the sword. There's barely a smear of blood on the sword because it's gone through so fast. So I thought that was a really lovely piece, and ended up capturing exactly what we had talked about, and sort of gave us the courage to do other pieces that were much more interactive like this. So that was good fun. It's lovely sharing what we love about the collectibles that we've made over the years with you. Let's do it again.
Yeah, and hey, we'd love to know what you guys think. Let us know what your favourites are. Which are the collectibles that jump off the shelf to you?
So cheers to you from Dan and I here in the conference room at Wētā Workshop in Wellington, New Zealand. Yoo-hoo!
See ya!